Where are we at with Ebola right now? Right now we have 290 or so confirmed cases of Ebola and about 1,000 plus suspected cases of Ebola, meaning not confirmed, but they're suspecting that, okay, around 1,000 people could be infected. What's coming up soon?
The World Cup.
The World Cup. This is going to be the most biggest sporting event in the history.
And the most international crowd in the world. Because we know just how deep these schemes get. Like, what if this is the plan? Like, the Fertitta brothers were the guys that originally owned UFC before they sold it off. And they're major investors in local casinos in Las Vegas. The last project that they worked on was the Palms, which they ended up selling off. But Elon was the Doge father, thought he would pump up retail bags. Elon might not be the hero we think, guys. We all know SpaceX is about to have an IPO, and they were basically pricing that at about $1.75 trillion to a $2 trillion evaluation. They cut the top end to $1.8 trillion. Tell me why nobody knows about Anthropic dropping an IPO. Have you guys heard about Anthropic IPO? I have, because I'm a goon, and I gooned a Claude.
Dude, you don't hear anything about the Anthropic IPO.
But they just filed for the IPO today, guys. Literally today. Welcome back to another episode of The Market Take, breaking down what's happening around the world in the markets and in crypto.
And if you like being informed about this kind of stuff, please consider subscribing to our channel. And if you do watch our content and you're not sure if you're subscribed, please double check. A lot goes into making these videos, and we get super motivated when we see that people are interested. So yeah, thank you.
Welcome back to another episode of The Market Take. The date is June 1st. Guys, last month of Q2. Oof, we're almost halfway through the year.
It's flying by.
Flying by.
2026 didn't even happen.
I'm exhausted.
I'm tired. We're getting reamed, rammed. Thank you, bammed. Thank you, mammed.
Oh, and wait till I expose a little bit more of the A-team.
Oh, yeah. The expose is coming.
More and more of Discord is just lagging. More and more people just doing scummy things.
Before we get started, dude, you know what I saw today? Did you see that Mr. Beast winner get arrested in Paraguay today for smuggling 500 pounds of marijuana?
The Mr. Beast winner of what? Like the Beast Games?
Not Beast Games, but like an episode. So the episode was from 100 pilots to win one private jet.
Oh, yeah.
And they had aired like 5 months ago, and they all had to do these various tasks.
Wait. Was he trying to fly it on his jet?
No. It would have been a way cooler story if he got caught with the jet that he won, but he didn't take possession of it yet. But yeah, he got arrested today in Paraguay for smuggling over 500 pounds of marijuana. Yeah, Jabari Brown, aka Treasy. Him and 4 others got arrested. And, I don't think he's going to be getting that plane anytime soon, it seems like.
It would have been epic if it was the plane, and then he was like, yeah, so secretly, actually, what happened was whoever the winner was, they were going to ask us to fly this amount and pay us even more.
Yeah, no, it would have been way cooler if it was the actual plane, but yeah. No, I mean, yeah, it's not cool now. It's just not cool.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways.
Ebola's back in the news. More viruses back in the news. Dude, I mean, I already know that the American public will not play into a pandemic V2.
Well, here's how I'm looking at it.
There'll be riots, but I'm seeing a lot of the same early signs. But you were saying?
No. Continue.
No, I'm just saying, I'm seeing a lot of the same signs of, stuff, slowly trickling into the news and, so on. No one's really paying too much attention to it now, but slowly the cases are rising. We won't get into the fatality rate just now, but the fatality rate that they're giving for the hantavirus is absurd. Get out of here. It's kind of like what they were saying for COVID, but
here's some things I want to speak on about that, though. First, let's talk about Ebola. Okay, guys, where are we at with Ebola right now? Right now, we have 290 or so confirmed cases of Ebola and about 1,000 plus suspected cases of Ebola, meaning not confirmed, but they're suspecting that, okay, around 1,000 people could be infected. Now, how is Ebola spread from human to human? Mainly through contact bodily fluids, not through aerosol droplets in the air like a cold or flu. That's not how that virus spreads. However, this one that they This one seems to be moving pretty fast. There is, people on the ground saying that we can't keep up with it, and it's it's spreading too fast. Guys, keep in mind this is in the Congo, in Africa. That's where it originated. Now, is there a vaccine for Ebola? There is, but only for certain strains, and those vaccines are not readily available. They're very scarce, and they're only used for health workers on the front lines. Now, but the strain that that's going around right now, it's a super long name. It's called I'm gonna botch it, but it looks like it. It's called the Bongalongalugu Ebola. I swear to God, dude, I'm not even kidding. Look it up, dude.
No.
Look it up. Nope. Look it up. But I'm serious. It's a super long name strain, but there's no approved vaccine for that at all. So my biggest
Bundi Bugyo virus.
See, I wasn't kidding, dude.
Dude, you said boogaloogalooga.
Bungalow, I don't know, bungalow dungalow, but yeah, yeah. But yeah, anyways, my concern is this, right? We have what's coming up. What's coming up soon?
The World Cup.
The World Cup. This is going to be the most biggest sporting event in the history,
and the most international crowd in the world.
Mm-hmm. And it's in the North. And it's in North America. It's in the U.S. It's in Mexico. It's in I think.
Oh my God! If these MFers,
Canada.
Because we know just how deep these schemes get. Like, what if this is the plan? Like, we can't wait to use the World Cup as a reason why it spread to the West.
As a super spreader event.
It's so messed up because now, like, anytime any news comes out, you can't help but be like, is this a psyop?
Yeah, can't help to be skeptical.
Right.
Just because of what's been shoved down our throat in the past. Not our fault, your fault. Anyways, now, they are doing like very advanced screenings at airports now. Some airports, usually the international airports that take in flights from that region, you have other international airlines just straight up not flying in that region at all, like KLM. But yeah, I personally think there's, I don't know, the World Cup thing's kind of worrisome. The last Ebola scare that we had only lasted for a few months, and I think that could be the case with this. The only problem is this, though, in the Congo, in that specific region, it's very destabilized, right? It's ran by, militias that constantly attack like villages and the government, and it's just nothing but civil unrest over there. So it's hard to have WHO workers or Doctors Without Borders going in there and being able to do what they do without being, confronted by these militias. Yeah. That's just the case of the fact of the matter.
Now, I know they're saying that they saw over 1,200 cases, estimating, but over 292 cases have been confirmed. And then Uganda was saying that it has spread across the borders. So I don't know. And then the WHO elevated emergency status. But again, we just saw the corruption that went through the WHO during the pandemic. That's why it's like, when you hear the WHO again, it's like, all right, are we... It's, what's that story? It's like the boy who cried wolf, right? Mm-hmm. It's like if you keep telling BS, the one time that something true does happen, no one's going to believe you anymore.
Yeah. Why, and it's sad that we're at that state, but why should we?
Right.
But, while this Ebola virus is taking the headlines, there's another virus a virus that we're all familiar with that came out before the Ebola break, which is the hantavirus, right?
Yep.
But that's still creeping up in the headlines here and there, and it seems to be like it's not going away. Now it's gone global, they say.
That's what happened with COVID, right? First it started, just nothing too serious, just one or two people sick, just one outbreak, and slowly spreading, and now it's like, excuse me?
Well, get this. Now, the number I'm about to say is a very low number, but it's increased from 5 to now 13 cases, confirmed cases in Canada, the Netherlands, Spain, and South America. Now, they say that this is not an easy virus to contract. You basically have to have sex to get it. And I'm not saying that to be funny, but you need to be swapping bodily fluid. But again, this is kind of like the same argument that they were saying with COVID to reduce panic before. Like, oh, it's actually really hard to get this. If you do this, you do that, you'll be okay. Yada, yada, yada. It doesn't spread like you guys think. Until, boom, next thing you know, there's millions of cases. Bam. Whatever. Lockdown. In your house. Gone. Depressed.
Yeah. Yep. So Devin in the chat, and I just confirmed it in a search while you were letting us know, but a man in Kingman in Arizona, I guess, has passed away from the virus. Oh, the real name is Sin Nombre. Isn't that like... Sin is like 0, isn't it? And nombre is number? Or name? No name? Sin nombre?
They didn't give his name?
Yeah, unnamed.
Oh, unnamed.
Oh, from the Sin nombre virus, an unnamed virus, a rare strain of the hantavirus. So is that? Oh, yeah. See, yeah, thought so. So what are they nicknaming the hantavirus the no name virus?
Yeah, Sin nombre means no name.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just crazy how like this, usually the hantavirus isn't a virus that humans get infected by, but this is the Andes strain of the hantavirus, and there is the Andes strain, and there is no vaccination for it as well.
Huh.
Yeah. You said would you say the mortality rate was on this?
They're saying that the fatality rate now is 23%. So basically 1 in 4. If you catch it, 1 in 4 are cooked.
You know what's crazy too? Get this too, right? The Trump administration is getting a lot of flack right now because they want to build quarantine facilities in Africa and keep like U.S. citizens or legal aliens in Africa if they get infected and not bring them back to the U.S. For risk of infecting others.
Right.
But they're getting. It's so funny. Like they're getting so much flack for that, but at the same time, all I see on social media is like, especially the left side of people screaming, "Don't come back to the States! Don't come back to the States!" Don't come back to,
if you're sick, stay your ass over there.
Yeah, stay your ass over there. Don't touch anybody. But they're the same people that are causing a commotion that Trump won't bring them back to get treated.
Yeah.
And that's not to be that's not to be demoralizing or anything. But like I think scary viruses like this, like Ebola, that make you bleed from the eyes and the ears. Stay where the fuck you are, bro. Like,
get out of here.
You knew what you signed up for going over there.
So I guess the incubation period too. It's like pretty long. It's anywhere from 20 to 30 days. So that's why
hantavirus. Yeah.
That's why it's kind of hard to catch. Like let's say if somebody was on the cruise and normally you start feeling like if you're around somebody sick, you normally start feeling it within 3 to 7 days. But this is 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah, you could literally go a month without feeling anything, and then you get it, right? But yeah, so that's where we're at, guys, with the viruses. Let's move on to the next topic, shall we?
Yeah, big one here, guys. Especially never mind. I almost skipped over to the casino stuff.
Yeah. You see that? The Blue Origin rocket that blew up?
I mean, this topic is going to add on to the topic when I break down the SpaceX IPO, but
did you see the video?
No, I didn't.
Dude, it looked like a freaking nuke going off.
Whoa.
It was the most insane explosion I've ever seen. Yeah, I mean, not too much to touch on that, guys. I mean, Blue Origin, obviously Jeff Bezos' space company, right? They were testing a rocket engine, and man, that thing blew up at launch. And And
was it an unmanned flight test, or was
yeah,
it manned?
it was unmanned.
That's good.
But I don't know about around the area if there was like, personnel.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, man, looking at that explosion, if there was anybody in that range, were vaporized. Like that shit was insane.
Yeah, man.
People that were recording it too from a pretty far distance, their cameras are shaking and everything. But yeah, I mean,
and aren't they the one that are not only trying to do space travel but doing commercialized space travel? We are nowhere near close.
No.
Nowhere near close. Well, good thing they're still private, so I mean they are, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but pretty sure Blue Origin is still a private company.
I'm sure they are, yeah.
Okay. Got some typing in the chat.
Yeah.
I really want to talk commercial space. What's that other company right now that's doing those big, like, almost, it looks like pods with like big parachutes that take you to just like to the Earth's, what's it called? Like you still go above and you can see the Earth, but you still stay in the
you're in the stratosphere or whatever.
In the atmosphere or something like that. The guy from Entourage, Adrian Grenier or whatever, is like one of the main like spokes guys from it. But yeah, it's supposed to be pretty cool, but I would not trust any of that shit. Imagine your little inflator just pops. Boop.
That, or like, what if you go too far in an accident and then now you're stuck in like a different gravitational pool,
and you're just floating there stuck.
Or yeah, you just float and you float off into space,
dude,
and then you die.
That'd be scary. That'd be so scary, so scary. Moving on. Yeah. So guys, huge shakeup in the casino world, and this is a little bit of world news and stock news here because
a little bit of both.
The companies that we're talking about, they are all publicly traded. So Tilman Fertitta, guys, one of the Fertitta brothers. So if you guys don't know the history of the Fertitta brothers were the guys that originally owned UFC before they sold it off. And they're major investors in local casinos in Las Vegas. The last project that they worked on was the Palms, which they ended up selling off. But like I said,
Durango's.
Oh yeah, Durango.
They're stations, casinos.
Yeah. So they're basically all of the stations, casinos. There's like at least 15 or 16 stations probably now. Big ones. And Durango was such a huge hit that they keep expanding on it. Now they're doing like the movie theater, the bowling alley, the whole other tower. So kudos to them. But the big news is here, guys, and this is coming off two big bids this week in the casino hotel world. But basically, Fertitta is bidding 17.6, almost $18 billion to acquire Caesars Corporation and take it private. Now, where this deal gets really juicy for me is we keep talking about how the world of predictive markets are blowing up. Sports betting is just blowing up. Gambling on anything possible is blowing up because they're just trying to seep all the life and all the money out of every consumer possible. But this one's super interesting, bro. Did you know that that Tilman is actually the largest private shareholder of DraftKings?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He's also the ambassador to Italy.
I was literally just gonna say that, dude. Yeah. He's the ambassador to Italy. I'm like, when did that happen? That's cool.
They went under my radar.
Yeah, so he like basically, well, guys, what that means is that Trump appointed him as the basically U.S. ambassador to Italy. So like any like big business deals, trade deals that the U.S. and Italy does, he has a part of. And super off topic, but the article that I was reading up on showed him on this yacht. Maybe we could get it on the cam. But this yacht, this is a picture of him on a yacht in Italy in 2021. What's crazy is I was there in Italy in 2021 and saw him in Positano pull up in this yacht. And then when we went to Capri, I saw him pull up in Capri. And then we had reservations to this famous like lemon tree restaurant there, and I got too day drunk, so I was like, I'm too tired to go to this thing anymore. But then they showed up there also as well. And what's even crazier, again, off topic, is when he was on this boat and this yacht. You remember how I went to Denmark the year after? Mm-hmm. So Willie was living with Douglas, who's like, who basically took care of the Fertittas when they went like into like nightlife. So I met Douglas a year later after all this happened, and he was like, yeah, dude, I was actually with him in Italy, like on this boat. I was like, no way, that's so crazy.
Damn.
But yeah, dude, the guy loves Italy, handles all the business relations between the U.S. and Italy. He owns the Houston Rockets, owns a ton of casinos in Vegas already.
Golden Nugget.
The Golden Nugget. Where I see this becoming something big for them is it looks like the casinos are, I'm sorry, it looks like the players are trying to consolidate the casino ownership, and it looks like they're all about to make some really big moves in the gambling space. There's too many markets out there. It's too spread out, right? You got your Kalshis, you got your Mirror or whatever. Even MoonPay is doing predictive markets, Coinbase, Robinhood, everybody and their mother is doing this predictive markets. So I think it'll be really, really interesting to see the original casino players, the original sportbook guys, like the casino OOGs. I think they're going to try to come back and take over a lot of the market share, because right now the market share is way too spread out for this stuff.
It's monopolized.
Yeah.
And to be honest, on the contrary, I would love for that to happen, right? Like what you're referring to is old Vegas, pretty much, right?
Right.
Everyone wants old Vegas back. People don't want these like corporation monopolies taking control of like all these casinos and doing what they do. However, we gotta. I feel like you gotta understand, this guy's acquiring all their debt too, right? Like he's doing like a $5 to $6 billion cash and equity purchase plus assuming or like absorbing their $11 billion debt.
Yeah.
Doesn't own the land. A different company owns the land, owns the property. So do you think this is just like a cost-cutting venture where, he could possibly flip in a year or two and not really make any changes at all? Because I will say this, aside from his last name, he operates completely different from his brothers or his cousins. Mm-hmm. I hear he's a very like hard-driven, stern businessman and is all about like just the bottom line, pretty much. So how does that correlate into, innovating things or making things great again at Caesars or whatever? Who knows? But I would love to see, the deals back, the buffets back, the this and that back, yada yada. I mean, Caesars still does have a great buffet, Bacchanal buffet. Check it out if you're ever in town. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But I would love to see that. I would definitely love to see that.
There's so we know that Fertitta's after Caesars. Now another big player, Barry Dillard, who is a part of People Inc., they're trying to buy out MGM Resorts. So, and this is super fresh. This
today.
Exactly. Yeah. So proposed an $18 billion buyout for MGM Resorts. I think they're just consolidating, man.
Yeah.
And I think like the gambling is going to be a big play. And then the reason why People Inc. Was so interested in MGM is because of BetMGM. Mm-hmm. That was like one of the big reasons why they want to acquire it. Bro, everything's. I'm telling you, I feel like they're really trying to hone in on the gambling market. And something else that we've seen, especially here in Vegas, is never, ever, ever before were you allowed to ever take your phone out and ever record. Mm-hmm. And I think they're slowly starting to realize that, hey, if someone is posting your casino, winning money, having fun, that's probably a good thing. And now we're seeing all these influencers that are bringing whole film crews that are doing like actual productions at the casinos. They're doing like, I mean, Steve will do it. Just like called in a few favors to do a custom bet. $1 million on Paris winning the game versus Arsenal, and he won. So like now you're seeing, you know, all these influencers promoting big gambling deals, and I'm telling you, dude, it's I'm like 90% sure this is all catered towards getting back the market share, because me and you both know that in Vegas over the last 5, if not 10 years, there's been a massive decline in players, and that's why the Strip has catered towards a lot of other stuff now versus gambling. And now we're even seeing a decline in clubs, and I just saw Omnia was doing a Pilates yoga day, bro. Why didn't you tell me about that?
Well, I didn't know you wanted to do yoga.
I've been all over the girls, bro. I was peed off.
I wouldn't say decline in clubs, bro. I mean, literally a brand new day club just opened, and it's obviously Omnia. But like,
I wouldn't say decline day clubs. I'm just saying we're seeing a shift in the market. Like, people started to drink less and go towards more health.
The young generation,
they started gambling less and going to more dinners and shows. So, and especially because now that gambling is so easy online with the predictive markets, this and that. Like, shit. When I did the last Super Bowl bet, I did it on a predictive market versus a normal sports betting app, just because it was easier and more fun. So I really think that this is a big push to get more of the market share back that they've lost in gambling.
Can I tell you what I saw at MGM the other day?
What's up?
So I'm strolling along the casino floor, right? There's this big glass windowed area, right? Mm-hmm. And I see all these dealers and cameras on the MGM casino floor.
Live streaming.
Wow. Just like how you go on Roulette, just like how you go on Stake, you click the blackjack and you get those like live dealers, right?
No way.
That's what they're doing at MGM.
Dude, they're adapting to the market. Mm-hmm. And you know what?
And bro, it's a whole operation. It's a big room, and there's like 40 dealers there.
The market is the market. Like, you could be the most tried and true company in the world, but if the market says, hey, this is the direction we're going, it doesn't matter who you are. Just look at Ferrari when they just made the new fucking Apple mouse car.
I didn't even know that was what?
Have you seen the new car from Ferrari?
No.
Oh, Enzo's rolling in his grave. God rest his soul. Oh my God!
Mouse car.
Did you guys see what the ex-CEO of Ferrari said? This poor man was about to cry on TV. He was devastated. It's called the Ferrari shitbox. If you just look it up, Ferrari Lusso or something.
Oh, that's the picture Blast was referencing to the Apple car.
And then, dude,
what is this bullshit?
But the point I'm trying to make is, it doesn't matter how good your brand is. If you throw shit to your customers that the customers don't want, like, you're not listening to your customer base, and the market is always adapting. What's awesome for Ferrari is people have always said loud, awesome, amazing cars. That's always what they've wanted. So why would you go away from that? And to the point of the casinos is, if the market is shifting, like, you have to adapt to the market.
Yeah.
And clearly they're seeing those numbers changing.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? Gambling has never been more magnified ever in our lives, with all like the live casino, or the live betting, the Roulette, the live casinos, you name it.
Wild.
And the casino floors are struggling a little bit. So yeah, definitely, there definitely needs, be some change there. But what else was I gonna say? I was gonna bring up a good point too. God damn it, this mouse car fucked me all up.
I've
excuse my language,
dude. Look at the photo.
Oh yeah, the MGM thing.
Look at the photo I just dropped in the chat. Okay,
yeah, that's the one I was looking at. But yeah, anyways, the MGM thing. You know what what's the guy's name? Dylan Barry?
Yeah.
Or Barry, you know what he said when Barry Diller? Because guys, if you don't know, People Inc. already owned like 28% of MGM.
Right.
Now they're trying to own to the point where they can control it at 51%. Right. So one of the big reasons he mentioned was basically to hedge against AI. He wanted like a product that would resist against AI very well and hold up against AI very well. That being hospitality. You know, when people travel, they need somewhere to stay, somewhere to eat, somewhere to sleep, somewhere entertainment. You know, this and that, yada yada yada. And AI is just not going to do that for you.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You're still a human. You still need to. You still need to socialize. You still need to interact. That's the main reason why.
Yeah. Yeah. So, should we get into stocks?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like you got a lot, dude, and we're 30 minutes in.
Guys, what's going on with the A team? We thought Trump was going to put down the business, do what he said he was going to do. We thought RFK would make everyone health push-ups. I haven't really seen what's been going on with the FD. For some reason, I keep going shopping. I still see Red 40 everywhere. Don't know what's going on.
Has he done? I haven't heard this guy talk once ever since he got in the office.
I mean, how can you hear him with that raspy ass voice?
Yeah, but
and then we got Elon, guys. You know, we all thought Elon was the Doge father. Thought he would pump up retail bags. Elon might not be the hero we think, guys. Might not be the hero we think. So we all know SpaceX is about to have an IPO, and they were basically pricing that at about $1.75 trillion to a $2 trillion evaluation. Well, they cut that down. They cut the top end to $1.8 trillion. Okay, so we know Mars, Starlink's everywhere, awesome. Everyone in retail can't wait to get into this stock. You know, myself too, right? I wanted to get into this. So, but let's break it down. SpaceX lost more than $4.9 billion last year alone. Let's call it $5 billion. They lost $5 billion last year, right? So they're hemorrhaging cash right now, right? And it doesn't look like it's going to get better anytime soon because we just talked about Blue Origin's ship just blew up. Now, Elon's ships are performing better, right? We've seen them come back. We've seen them land. Fantastic, but space and space travel is one of the most capital-intensive industries out there right now, even more capital-intensive than AI and the data center. So they're probably going to be losing money for some years to come, right? So let me tell you guys this right here, and listen to the words carefully, okay? So at a $2 trillion market cap, SpaceX would be trading to a price-to-sales ratio of 107. That's not price-to-earnings, PE, which we've seen, right? We've seen companies trading at 40x PE, 60x PE. I think Palantir's trading at like 65x profit to earnings, right? Profit to earnings. Now, price to sales is completely different. That's purely just revenue. Just revenue that is made. So they're trading at 107x revenue made. To put that in context, Nvidia, Palantir, Amazon, Tesla, none of those companies, I'm sorry, wait a minute, except Palantir, but Nvidia, Amazon, Tesla, none of those companies have traded over 30x. I just named off some of the biggest companies in the world, right? Apple, they have never traded over 30x profit to sales. Now, Palantir has it 65x. They would be second place. But SpaceX, 107. It is a astronomical evaluation. But here's where it gets even crazier now. So not only are they asking a valuation that makes 0 sense, right? It would be different if it's price to earnings, but it's not. It's price to sales. And they're doing basically asking 3-4 times more than any other company in the world, and they're losing money every year. Nvidia is crushing money. Nvidia just broke the record on their earnings. Okay, Palantir just broke history with their earnings. And their rule of 40 is one of the highest rule of 40s in the world, which we went over what a rule of 40 is a few episodes back. So if you guys also saw, originally, they were going to price the shares at around $525 per share for the IPO.
$525?
Per share, correct.
God dang.
Very expensive, right?
Yeah.
But here's what they did. They did a 5-to-1 split right before the IPO, because the IPO is just right around the corner. Mm-hmm. So what's a 5-to-1 split do? It makes the share drop down to $105. Mm-hmm. Does $105 sound as expensive to you as $500?
No, but it's the same amount.
It's the same shit, right?
Yeah.
So why do you do that? Well, why have they ever done stock splits when Tesla went to 2K, 4K, when Amazon went to like $2,000? It's to make it look cheaper for retail, even though in reality it's still the same company evaluation.
And it helps you raise capital.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like the same playbook that every other big tech company has done. Now, here's where it gets worse, okay? All of these companies that have done IPOs, the big dogs, right? The biggest companies, all of them, have never allocated more than, on average, 10% to the retail public for shares. SpaceX is doing 30% of shares to the IPO public, 3 times more than one of the highest ever, okay? And guess where those shares are being routed to?
Where are they going routed? Where are they getting routed to?
Robinhood, Fidelity, and Schwab, the most retail-rich platforms of them all, especially Robinhood. So why would you all of a sudden dump 30% to retail and not to like a private investment group if you really need the money? Because all the private investment groups have all pushed back, and even the big banks have pushed back, and even the big hedge funds have pushed back and said this evaluation is effing ridiculous. It makes 0 sense. The only silly person, I was going to say Riri, but the only Riri that would buy IPO at Tesla with this evaluation
is us.
No, not us. Well, I mean, it would be retail.
I'm talking about,
right?
Yeah, you know,
is retail that doesn't know any better, that hasn't run the math.
So you're saying Elon's grifting?
He's dumping it on retail because they know that the company is losing $5 billion a year and selling at 107x price to sales is insane. But we know every retail investor wants it on SpaceX, wants it on SpaceX.
Yeah.
So it's going to dump. And then here's the craziest part is as soon as the first sale is processed in the IPO and the sticker is there, Elon Musk is worth another $735 billion worth of shares. Of course, it's shares, but his net worth pumps up $735 billion. Because he still would own 42% equity stake.
Wow.
$700 billion net worth, bro. He's going to be the first trillionaire.
Wow.
So for a company losing $5 billion, I would be very cautious.
You said $5 billion, right?
For a company that's losing $5 billion a year, I would be very, very, very cautious in getting into one of the most outrageous evaluations that I've ever heard in a long time. Now, this is not an ad. I am no way affiliated with Claude. I have no affiliation with Claude. Am I a consumer of Claude? Yes. Do I use Claude every single day? Yes. Here's an IPO we should all be really looking at.
Oh, shoot. Talk about it.
Tell me why nobody...
It's shadowed. That's why. It's shadowed.
Tell me why nobody knows about Anthropic dropping an IPO. Have you guys heard about Anthropic IPO? I have, because I'm a goon. And I gooned a Claude.
Dude, you don't hear anything about the Anthropic IPO. They're being overshadowed by... when is the Anthropic IPO?
I actually don't even know, but I just know it's coming, dude. But they just filed for the IPO today, guys. Literally today.
They got some time. Some time.
So, guys, we just talked about... Hey, Pika, do you want to come on the pod? No, man. I'm just kidding. So, So I know, dude. Yo, it would be cool if we did a pod for everyone that stays over hungover in Vegas on Monday. We can all do a pod together. So guys, Anthropic just filed for an IPO today, guys. Like I said, I'm not affiliated with Anthropic. I'm not promoting Claude, but I love this company. I love the product. I can't get enough of it. The valuation is coming at $965 billion. And unlike SpaceX, they're making $47 billion annualized per year. That's crazy, bro. $47 billion a year.
Ridiculous. Not real.
In revenue, guys.
Yeah.
And that's up $10 billion just from last year. So they're up over like around 20%. So in terms of revenue, it's they've increased the revenue in 4 or 5x in roughly 5 months versus like 5 years, which is like standard to see this kind of growth. It's like absolutely insane. And the price to sales ratio, right? We just said how outrageous SpaceX was at 107x. The price to sales ratio for Anthropic IPO is only 20x.
It's not bad.
That's lower than NVIDIA.
It's all that token burning.
Lower than NVIDIA, lower than Palantir, lower than Tesla at its peak, all that. And what's crazy is the valuation, though, did double from February. It's only been 4 months since February, but in February, Anthropic was valued at $380 billion. Now they're valued at $960 billion, so almost $1 trillion. But they have the revenue to prove it. The numbers are insane.
Yeah.
And I get it, because I keep buying it. I keep buying it.
It's that token shit.
Yeah.
That token excuse my language. That token burning. Talk about how
So
talk about what's coming full circle now. All those companies that fired all their employees.
Yeah, guys. So Intel, Klarna, Klarna was one of the biggest ones. Like, Klarna, like we're gonna fire everyone and do AI, and they were cutting like 20-30% of the staff. But now, guys, I shit you not. So many of these companies that laid off so much of the staff, they are hiring back employees because the token usage is starting to cost more than it costs to keep the employees. And I just saw this meme. It's like, oh yeah, like the standard LLM corporate fee is like $150K per month. And then the meme was like, hey Noah, welcome back. You're hired because your salary is only $4K a month. So yeah, man, the AI bills are steaming up, and as these new models come out, like Claude 4.7 to 4.8, 4.8 uses so many more tokens already, bro. It's crazy. So, but they're getting that money. So basically what I'm saying is SpaceX, $1.87 trillion valuation. They did 18 billion in revenue. SpaceX. They lost 5 billion. They're trading at a 107x multiple. Outrageous. Anthropic, though, is a $965 billion evaluation. They've made $47 billion in revenue, and they're growing 4 to 5x in just 5 months, and the valuation is only a 20x. So all the numbers add up where if we're going IPOs, stat for stat, tick for tack, Anthropic is going to dust SpaceX in terms of IPOs. Now, with all of that said, I'm not sure if you guys saw, but there's some more news that's coming out that I actually forgot to even put in here. Whoops. But I'll just talk about it. There's talks about Tesla and SpaceX merging. Have you guys seen that? So, but you might tell yourself, okay, well, if SpaceX merges with Tesla, it might make the company stronger. Well, no, you're just actually hurting Tesla this way. It's good for Elon, but not so much good for Tesla, because Tesla, one, is already struggling with sales. Growth is down on Tesla. So Tesla was already having a hard time as a stock, but when you merge them, it's not like they just make each other better all of a sudden. So now you have the problems of Tesla, and then you have the problems of SpaceX now into one merger stock. So you're really just combining the problems. Is Tesla profitable? Yes. But is their growth going down? Yes. Is China literally clowning them in technology and quality of EVs? Yes. Is SpaceX losing money? Yes. This merger, Doesn't add up, but it does grow Elon's net worth like crazy on paper in terms of shares.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
What a wild expose.
Yeah. I told you this guy was a fucking piece of shit.
Would you do the same though if you were in his shoes?
Fuck yeah, I would. I mean, bro, you gotta do what you gotta do. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm betting all my money, not all my money, but I'm betting on Anthropic IPO. I'm skipping over the SpaceX IPO. Let's get into crypto. Crypto's getting juicy. The CFTC is the bee's knees. Justin, what's going on with the CFTC?
You know, as I'm looking through this, all right, so the CFTC is approving more exchanges for U.S. exchanges for Perps, for perpetual futures, okay? They approved very recently, as of like literally 2 days ago, for Kalshi to do Bitcoin Perps. Now, we know that Coinbase already offers Bitcoin and Ethereum Perps, but only to like U.S. residents only, and it's like very limited, I believe. But the market reacted off of this news. This is showing that Perps are definitely coming to the U.S. and it's just going to get expand more and more and more. And pretty soon you're not going to need your stupid Palo ID. You're not going to need some rink-dink, exchange from the middle of the ocean on a small little island. You won't need to do that anymore pretty soon.
Hey man, chill out, bro. We use a lot of those.
Nah, they're solid though. They're solid. I actually went to their physical headquarters in Singapore. That's a solid exchange.
We shouldn't cut that out.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying. But markets reacted. You saw the Coinbase stock pump. You saw Robinhood stock pump. But you mainly saw hype go ridiculous. Because what's hype, guys? That's the perp dex of all perp dexes, right? That's where you go to trade all the perps, super decentralized, and we see how crazy Hyperliquid's going, right? It topped it hit $73.50 today, all time high, or the other day. And while everything is bleeding, super insane. Hyperliquid cannot be stopped, but I'm a little hesitant. Like that thing's running super hard. At some point, I think we need to correct a little bit.
I sold like an absolute chump at $50.
Chomp. Like a chomp.
And Hut, like a chump. $9 average, sold at 50. Hype, $11 average, sold at 50. Like a chump.
And you did all right. Hey, but we're hype OGs. We've been talking about even when we crashed in October, hype guys.
True.
Hype.
Look at the long-term channel. Hype.
Even before
and some Mondo action.
Even after that airdrop, their first initial airdrop, when the token deployed, $3, $2, $3, $4, hype. Play of the freaking century. But yeah, anyways, dude, what's going on with this Clarity Act, bro? Now, Brian.
Dude, I was gonna ask you what's going on with this news with Jamie Dimon.
Jamie Dimon, guys, CEO of JP Morgan Chase, right?
Yep.
Saying Brian Armstrong, CEO of Coinbase, saying he's full of shit about, and guess what they're fighting over?
The goddamn Clarity Act.
The Clarity Act, and about this stupid stablecoin yield. They, Jamie Dimon's, saying that stablecoin issuers shouldn't be. And the reason why Brian has such like a big fight in this is because obviously with ARK produces Circle. Circle is a
stable, yeah.
Not Circle. I mean, yeah, Circle produces USDC.
USDC.
USDC, guys. That's why you have no fees when you trade USDC on Coinbase.
Really?
Yeah.
Even on Perps?
I'm pretty sure not on Perps, but if you want to send it or buy something, there's no fees with USDC. Withdraw, there's no fees. Yeah, that's why I always use USDC. But yeah, I mean, guys. So if you remember, was it 2 weeks ago? The vote for the Clarity Act passed the committee with the 15-9 bipartisan vote, but now it's got to go to the Senate floor.
But they're arguing about the same crap still. They're both going back and forth about the stablecoin yield, and basically saying that if you give yield to stable coins. No one's going to hold money into their bank accounts anymore because, well, dude, maybe the banks need to effing catch up and give us 3-4% because, yo, I'm not sure if you guys know, but when you deposit, actually, you guys all know this because you guys are smart, but when you deposit your money into the bank account, that shit ain't staying in there. The only thing is changing is the number on your screen, but the bank is giving out mortgage loans, house loans, investing into the market. They're playing with your money.
And they're collecting interest on it and not giving you part of the interest.
They're probably earning 10, 15%. They're like, here's 0.1%, eat a D. Yeah. And why you have to be pretty money savvy to find one of those 3-4% high yield savings accounts. Like that's what I have right now is my savings account gets about, it dropped. It was like 4.2, but it's like, I think 4.1 or 4% now. But it's so hard to come across those. Like your traditional banks don't have that. One of the banks that I bank with is Brex, which is a fintech bank. Yeah. And your money basically goes into bonds. They go into DVGGX bonds, which gets you about a 4% return. But again, it's so hard for the general public to find just a savings account where they can earn 4%. And it's really, really effed up because, like I said, the bank is using your money left and right. They're loaning your money left and right, but you're stuck at the end of the day getting 0.01% interest. Yeah. It's crime.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Jamie Dimon over here is underestimating how far Brian will take it. You know?
I think he's also underestimating that Brian's goody two-shoes with Trump.
Yeah, that too. But Jamie Dimon's Jamie Dimon, man. We're talking about Chase Bank over here.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, that's what's
Battle of the Bulls right there.
That's a true
guys.
Battle
if you guys don't know, Battle of the Bulls is this Friday, June 6th, 7 p.m. at the Uncommons. Free food, free drinks, free to trade. See you there.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, again, June 6th, 7 p.m. Free to attend. Free to eat, free to drink. No, what are you doing on Saturday night?
He's going to be there working with us.
Oh, yeah, duh. Well, guess what? You're eating for free. You're drinking for free.
Just don't miss any of the shots. But, I mean, you can take as many shots as you want. But just don't miss any of the shots. Like the camera shots.
Guys, the U.S. seizes $1 billion in Iranian crypto. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said that the U.S. has outright grabbed roughly $1 billion worth of crypto from Iran via seizures with assets including Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Tether. The seizures are connected to Iran's Hormuz Safe platform and related OFAC enforcement actions targeting Iranian entities using crypto to circumvent Western sanctions. We've talked about this in the past before. You know, a lot of countries use stable coins to circumvent U.S. sanctions. Iran being one of them, Venezuela definitely being one of them. This marks the largest single crypto seizure from a hostile state actor since the DOJ seized 94,000 BTC from the Bitfinex hack in 2022.
Oh, good old Bitfinex.
Aside from that, guys, there's not much really going on in crypto, man.
Did we ever cover? I'm not sure because we weren't in last week, but did we talk about the CIA agent that was caught with 303 bars of gold worth over $40 million and like $2 million in cash?
Where was that at?
Dude, like 2 weeks ago, one of the now he's ex, but this like senior CIA officer, his house got raided. They found 303 gold bars worth $40 million, bro. And $2 million in cash.
Where was it?
In the house that he was staying in.
In this country, in the United States.
I don't know. They didn't really say, but I know they definitely found him.
Was it stolen gold?
So they said that it was for like work-related expenses, which, me and you both know that yes, like CIA agents do get like, money to make information deals. They do get gold bars or crypto to make information deals, but $40 million in gold bars, bro.
Bro.
But it's not like the reason why this made headlines, and I'm sorry to cut you off, it was because there was nothing on the books that said that these gold bars or this cash was for deals. And what it looks like is that there's a couple people like within like a certain unit that like knew about this going on and was just like money that they were getting. And you know, you guys listen in might like, oh well, whatever, like that's just the CIA being the CIA. Where the fuck do you guys think that money comes from? Like, do you think he just got $40 million in gold bars because the CIA gave him $40 million in gold bars? The CIA is funded by our fucking tax money.
Yeah.
So that's our money being fucking once again defrauded. I'm sorry to curse, but God fucking damn, am I so tired of seeing fraud every other fucking week now, and no one gets fucking pissed off, and I'm fucking pissed off because my tax bill's through the goddamn fucking roof.
Yeah.
I got mad about this other fucking episode. I'm so fucking tired of my goddamn fucking tax bill. And the fucking roads look like shit. There's fucking homeless everywhere. There's people shitting
bro, the
everywhere.
Homeless
Fucking
tired
tired of it. Jeez, bro.
I yell at them now. I don't mean to, but like, bro, sometimes they're out of pocket. You like, listen, yeah, listen, I of course I'm sympathetic towards the homeless, but sometimes they be acting out of pocket. Sometimes you need to protect yourself. Sometimes they walk up to you and scream in your face. Bro,
weren't you there when I gave that homeless like a whole handful of coins, and he goes, "Coins? Fuck this shit," and then threw it all. I'm like, bro, you just threw down like $5, bro. Fuck you.
Yeah. Sometimes you need to bite back. But you think that's bad, right? You know, I don't know much about the CIA story, right? About the $40 million gold, okay? But what I do know this, when it comes to intelligence, the CIA has a freaking black checkbook.
Right.
They do. They literally do. Blank checkbook, sorry. blank checkbook. You wouldn't believe how much money was spent during the global war on terrorism on intelligence. I'm talking they were literally airdropping crates of millions of dollars to little Afghan villages for the smallest piece of intelligence to try to find a terrorist.
Right.
I'm talking like $20 million on a little fucking village.
Yeah.
And I wish I was kidding, but that's so true.
This guy also had 35 watches, bro. And I'm talking Rolexes, Pateks, RMs.
Here's another thing too that you got to realize as well, right? The CIA, and a lot of people won't know this, but you could argue Palantir was once this, but the CIA does have big companies that they bring up and that they produce and that they, whatever. Or that they put people in positions of power in those companies that are really CIA assets.
Guys, do you guys know half of Hollywood is a CIA asset? If you guys don't believe me, you need to look it up. I'm not insane. Argo was funded by the CIA. There's been so many movies funded by the CIA to make the CIA look more badass.
Yeah.
Half of Hollywood is funded. Did you guys know Top Gun was funded by the CIA? It's because they wanted to show the world their fucking
it's a recruiting video.
Shit. Yeah. The original Top Gun was a recruiting video. When that aired, the government had recruiting booths outside of every single movie theater when that first aired.
Yeah.
The original Top Gun, not the new one. But the new one was portrayed to show off their crazy jets. And
I wanted to be a fighter jet.
Guys, do you guys have you guys not put this together at all? But the test mission they did in Top Gun 2 is the exact same way they bombed Iran this last time. I'm talking the exact same fucking way. Word for word. Like, they flew low as fuck, they flew up, they shot the bomb down into the hole that exploded the fucking nuclear shit from underground, and they went Mach speed up. The exact same tactics,
Wait,
bro.
hold. Are we talking about the bunker buster bombs last year?
Yes.
Not the same tactics. I have to push back, Arthur. I'm sorry, I have to push back on this.
Push back. I'm talking about where they shot and it exploded everything from underground. The same move, bro. The same move.
A lot of bombs do that, but
nah, bro.
But stealth bombers were used in that mission, and they don't fly low. They're high. They're real fucking high.
Whatever.
You can't even see them.
They did the same thing, bro. They did the same. Okay, they changed up a few things, but they literally did the same shit. The same shit. Whatever. Low, high, whatever.
The same shit. They bombed it. Same shit.
They bombed it and they hit this little ass target that went underground and it blew up everything, bro.
Yeah.
It's the same playbook. Anyway, did you guys see that last thing? And when we're done, because we're still talking on the fraud. Did you guys see California pass the Stop Nick Shirley Act?
No.
Yeah, California passed the Stop Nick Shirley Act, meaning stop investigating fraud. That fucking act got passed.
Oh my God. So
unbelievable.
No freedom of speech.
Unbelievable. It's literally called the Stop Nick Shirley Act. Is that not the most insane thing you guys have heard?
No freedom of the press.
Fraud. Stop investigating fraud. It's illegal. You have no right to do it. Only the IRS can investigate fraud and etc. Get the fuck out of here.
Dude, crazy.
All right. That's all I got.
Yeah. Anyway, Standard & Chartered thinks Ethereum's going to go to $40,000, and that's severely undervalued.
Well, Tom Lee's about to get liquidated,
Yeah.
so
maybe in 20 years it'll be 40,000. But I'm still listen, guys. I'm bullish to the balls on Ethereum. Not 40,000 bullish though. I wish. That'd be sick. That'd be cool. That'd be awesome. But I am. I'm bullish on Ethereum long term. But that's all we got today, right?
Yeah. I'm tired of getting pissed off. Bro, every time my fucking accountant hits me up, he goes, "Hey, like, you know, we got to make sure we do this." I'm like, can you leave me alone, bro?
Leave me alone, Satan.
Can you leave me alone?
Go figure. I got to pay somebody to give someone more money.
And then fraud can't be investigated. What, dude? Doge was the best thing that ever happened and completely unspiraled. And I'm talking about the Department of Government Efficiency.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, that is this week's market take. Everyone's flying out to Vegas this weekend. I'll probably give some long-ass heartfelt speech on Saturday like I always do. But I just want to thank everyone that is actually making plans, flying out, coming to Vegas to do this SU thing. So fucking cool. So awesome. We can't wait to meet you guys. The food's going to be awesome. The drinks are going to be great. The vibe's going to be great. And everyone's staying on Sunday. I got a fatty cabana thanks to Fody. And we got a dope cabana. Again, drinks will be covered. Food will be covered. Art's going to pop off some bottles for you guys on Sunday. Well, Stock Locked is going to pop off some bottles for you on Sunday because I'm going to put it on the company card. So we can't wait to see you guys all there. Peace.